And welcome once again. I hope you guys are well and you're great. Today I trained chest and biceps for the first time, and I actually enjoyed the biceps at the end. I normally don't really enjoy training arms. I don't know why, but I actually like today. I was like, right, I'm gonna do two good exercises, and I'm gonna really go for it. So it was a good day for chest, and I've still got a blocked nose. I think that's gonna be a bit worse. But the headache's gone. The headache is gone. I've had a nice cup of coffee this morning, and oh my god, did it feel good? It felt so good. I was trying to have like no caffeine for the rest of the week. Like to detox, caffeine detox, but I couldn't do it. I mean, I love coffee. I don't know if you guys drink coffee, but I mean all types of coffee. I'm into coffees. I love coffee. But as well, I like pre-workout. So when it comes to caffeine, I mean, I run on caffeine, to be honest. I love it. So yeah, so the head is good. My head is in a nice place. So it's just time to push on really and get some more gains. Now, I started off today with some flies, and my whole mission today, I wanted to do 40 kilogram flies for 8 reps. I do believe like last week. Was it last week? Was it last week? Yeah. Sorry, I think I did. I got about 6 or so. Or no, was it 5? So I did want to get 8 today, but I ended up getting 7 because it was just heavy. And then now, as I was doing the 40s on the 5th rep, it came to my mind that like I didn't eat very well today. You know what I mean? Although I had my 10 eggs and I had my rice and what do you call it, mincemeat. I didn't have any potatoes. So it came into my mind as I was doing that set, and like I know very well that if I want to lift heavy, if I want to have a good session, I should load the food in. I should need to put the food in. It's not going to work where you're going to get into a workout and trying to give your very best, without any food. And it's a schoolboy error, really. But as I've done this all the time, but I still sometimes expect to get a decent workout with enough food. And I don't know why. I don't know why my brain thinks that or thinks it's clever, because the weight doesn't lie. You know what I mean? Your performance in the gym doesn't lie. And I think it's really important that we nail the food, because I do believe like food is the number one thing that controls everything that we do, or affects everything that we do, how we feel and all that kind of stuff. And everybody, to get results, like be it you want to put muscle on, you want to lose weight, you want to tone up, or you want to go on holiday, or you want your abs to show, it's all in the food. And I find it really difficult why it's such a big thing not to get right. Do you know what I mean? It's so simple, but then we overcomplicate it. So the moral of the story today was like, don't just stop messing on with just eat the damn food. You know what I mean? If you want to get 8 reps with 40 kilograms on your flies, eat the food. Stock up all that energy. You know what I mean? Go in that gym with oozing with energy, full on carbs, and then you can annihilate the workout. But for some reason, I don't know. It's hard. I mean, that's human nature, right? But then I think it's just like 1 + 1 is 2, right? If you ain't gonna know 1 and the 0, you're gonna get 1. So you're not gonna get the 2, I'm winding myself up about this. Anyway, so I got 5 reps, did a drop set, and I think I went to do, is it the 25s, and then finished off with, I think, is it the 15s or so. So that was that. And I went on to do incline, but then when I got to do incline, Danny joined me. He was like, he wanted to use the bench the same time as I was. So we was like, should we bench together? And I felt like a brotherhood, like an alliance of like a brotherhood in chest gains. You know what I mean? I've never trained chest in a long time with anybody really, and for the moment when we were doing incline with Daddy, it felt like, this is what it's all about, bros pumping out the chest. It was a great feeling, and I would love that every chest day, because you push a little bit harder, you've got somebody to spot you. You can do forced reps. You know what I mean? When I'm with the leg extensions, I don't even want to know what a forced rep is. But when I'm on chest, it feels good to like keep pushing. Let's force some more reps. Right, I'll take the negative. Right, you help me out. But you know what I mean? It was just so good. It was so good. So anyway, Danny did. I think both of us we crept up the way. We did our warm up sets, and I'm sure Danny did 120 for his top set. I mean, he's a big lad. He's strong. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes that's good training with the big lads. You know what I mean? You see him bench the weight, and you think, you know what? I see this stuff on YouTube, but when you see somebody bench a lot of weight, it feels so real. It feels like, you know, one day I can do it. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes when it's real on YouTube when you see it on telly, but when it's real, it's got a different feel to it. You know what I mean? You could see the chest, the arms of that person working and moving. You think, man, I want to get that big. I want to be as big as him. Or like, you know, you can do it. I'm talking to the guy who's in that size, who's in that shape. You know, it is true. So anyway, he did 120, and I can't remember how many reps he got. And then I did the 100 as well. And obviously I think I got a good 6 reps, 5-6 reps, and then Danny helped me out with the last, let's say last 3 to 4 or 4 reps, 3 to 4 reps, depending on how you look at it. And I was quite happy with that. And I tell you what, the pump I had after that set was unreal. If I was on my own, I probably would have got 5-6 reps and I would have stopped, right? But those forced reps that he made me do, or, you know, because I knew he was there, you know, the bar was not going to kill me. So it was just a different pump. I felt like this was solid. You know what I mean? I was like, let's get some bras on order. Let's get on the Amazon website. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling. Like everything is tight. The blood is in there. You know, you don't have to like, you know, put your chest up like that. It just happens automatically. You know what I mean? It was nice. And there's no better feeling. You know what I mean? And after that, Danny was going to go do a seated chest press. But I was like, look, I'm doing decline. And he said, well, I'd normally do my decline after the seated chest press that he does. He goes, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do decline together, then we can support each other. And yeah, it was great. But then, because I was spent on incline, I did 120. I put 120 because I felt confident. I was like, Danny's here, he's going to help me out if I get stuck or whatever. But yeah, I unracked it, you know what I'm saying? And my first rep was dodgy. Second rep, I was like, oh yeah, we're here. But third rep, the power just went. It's like somebody just pulled the plug, you know what I mean? Or like cut the cable, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, there was nothing there. So I was like, look, let me get a quick rest, right? While he does his while he did his another warm-up set. And I put 110? And then at least I managed to get about 5 good reps out of that. And then Danny also helped me with some forced reps after that. And that was decent. And yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed just being with a brother, trying to target the same areas, talking about the same muscle fibers and stuff. That was, you know, that was just cool, man. That was just cool. You know, when you connect with something, with someone who's in the same, who see the same things, you know what I mean? I'm just like, you know, it's just cool, you know. That's brotherhood, you know what I mean? That's really good. Brotherhood in chest gains. That was good. So Danny ended up doing 130 kilograms, which I personally think that it was too light. He should have gone for 3 plates, really. But, you know, he's the bigger lad. He knows what he's doing, you know what I mean? You can't tell a big lad what to do, you know what I mean? You can only, like, encourage him and help him out where they tell you that they need help out, you know what I mean? But, you know, when he's a big lad, you know. Yeah, like I got told off yesterday, you know what I mean? Amy said one more in that. So you got I was like, right, I'm just going to listen to what you're going to say, where you need the help and what you need me to do. And yeah, but I mean, he did a good, solid set. And that was really good to watch, really. Then after that, Danny was like, I'm going to go do my program. So he went on this seated press. And I was like, right, yeah, I'm going to do flat. And yeah, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed that. I don't know if you guys work out with different partners or, you know, but I think that's something that really we don't see nowadays in the gym. Like everybody's just working out on their own, headphones in. It's not a bad thing because I think there's a place for that, because I feel sometimes like I would like to put my headphones in and just get stuck in the workout. But when you want to push like this, like things like today, when you want to push more, you want to do a bit of more weight on, you want to chat about stuff, not like a full-on blown-on conversation, but like a vibe. There's a vibe there, you know what I mean? There's a vibe. You're vibing, you're working hard, but at the same time you're vibing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going a little bit crazy with the vibing things, but yeah, it is what it is. By the time I did flat, I mean that on flat it felt really heavy. I did 60 for 10, and then I put 80. That felt really heavy. I think I got 8 reps, but I was like, I'm gonna do 100 anyway, and I'm not sure how many reps I got with the 100. It felt really heavy. Then after that, I was like, right, you know what? Chest is done. Chest is done. I did actually go on the cables to do some flies because I felt like, the chest was tight. I was like, I need to pump some more blood in. To be honest with you, I did 1 set on the flies with the cables. I was like, there's no point because, it was really light and the pump was just like, it was just too much. If there's ever thing as a too much. I didn't see like there was no need for me to do more flies because the chest was gone. It was tight. Tight I've ever felt it, to be honest, because I did take a pre-workout, the pump, the Monster Factory Hellboy. It's a thermogenic. It's got a pump. There's a pump to it. It gives you a good pump. Do you know what I mean? I like that pre-workout. So yeah, the pump was good. So then I thought, that's it. So let's hit some biceps. So I did some seated bicep curls. I did 3 sets. I think. With the 20s, that was my top set with the 20s for 8, and I then did some barbell curls to finish at the end. And I mean, that was really the workout today. When I finished, I was satisfied because sometimes I normally leave. I normally leave before I do biceps. I might do 1 bicep exercise, but I felt quite good today. So I'm gonna go home now. I mean, I ate a little bit and then I had to do a couple of hours of work. Now I'm going to go home. It's about 9 now. I trained about 4 o'clock. It's about 9 now. I'm going to go home, eat like mad for tomorrow. And yeah, and then just be on the ball tomorrow. Let me not just think that I can get away with it. You can't get away with these things. You can't expect performance without food. You can't expect results without a proper, meal plan. Do you know what I mean? It's just basic science. But we tend to ignore it. We tend to think that we know better, but we don't. And we all know it. We all do it. You know what I mean? That was my mistake today because I'm sitting here thinking now, if I had eaten all my meals before the workout that I was meant to eat, right? How good would have been that workout, the chest workout? I would have gone like mad. I would have like smashed it like mad. Do you know what I mean? Although it was still a good workout, it could have been even better. You know what I mean? Today was the day I could have probably did 1 or 2 kilogram. I might have gone 105 or 102.5 on incline bench press. It could have been the day. You know what I mean? How good would that have been? It could have been the day where I got like 8 good reps with 120 on decline. But yeah, what could be, So hopefully it'll teach me a lesson that tomorrow or from moving on. It's not something that I don't know, but moving on, I'll reference to this so that I can be better. Or let's imagine if it was leg day. That would have been another storm, innit? Right, guys, on that note, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening or day, depending on what time you watch the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Yeah, buddy, we out. Lightweight, baby.